Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coffee Break, representing the Heartland Esports Association's Midlands Amateur Esports League. Woo! I just wanted to say as many words as I could right there for the opening of the ace match between Kino, who is spawning on the top left-hand side on Entombed Valley. He is going to be in the 11 o'clock position, and his opponent, spawning on the bottom right-hand side, that 5 o'clock-ish position, is going to be the purple Protoss player. It is ExionPure. We are all tied up for 1-1. Once again, best of 3 series. This is the ace match, week number 1 of MAeSL. Real quickly, in the early game here, I want to thank our sponsors here. We have Quick Tech Computers for all your computer repairs and custom builds. We have 70M Gaming, and we have Condemned Custom Controllers, which right there is fairly self-explanatory. 70M Gaming, by the way, they're a really cool group of people. They're a gaming group, obviously. Gaming group. They'll go around. I believe they do parties and the like. They'll bring systems. They'll play games, and they're just a good group of people. They were at the LAN. I remember they were at the LAN a few months back, and I got to meet with them, talk to them a bit. Real nice group of guys. And one of them, I believe it was one of the 70M guys, had a daughter that just sat and played Lego Batman for like 12 hours straight. I have never seen a kid behave so well. It was hilarious. This game, Kino going to be opening up, it looks like, once again, with a 15 command center before barracks there. And of course, going to be dropping down the barracks right after that. So, going to be going for the same thing as last game. I don't know if this map was forced cross spawns or not. I think it was, which is probably one reason why Kino feels so comfortable going ahead and doing this, because Entombed Valley, and really any map, is a fairly large map when you have cross spawns. Excuse me. And if you can control the central watchtower, you're actually in a fairly good position to defend your base, unless your opponent wants to take some very long route, which of course with Protoss is not that difficult to do, especially with warp and technology. I am thoroughly enjoying this monster right now. It is a delicious. This probe going to be going to... Okay, well, I guess this is not forced cross spawn. Kino just feels comfortable doing it because this probe is on a patrol path counterclockwise around the map. I'm trying to articulate really well, and all these vowels or blends, whatever. I'm just getting all messed up as per my usual routine. I swear I know English. I swear I do. Pure is going to be spending a couple of chrono boosts on the gateway here, getting these units out pretty much as quickly as he can to get the scouting done. Now, that being said, he really doesn't need to spend the chrono boost there, because there's absolutely no defense to stop him from actually running up in here and seeing exactly what's going on. Is he going to see this? I think he did. Oh, okay, I was going to say, you've got to be kidding me. So he is going to scout the expansion. He's going to know the timings probably fairly well, and know that really in all reality he's pretty safe to do whatever he wants for a little while here. And yep, the Nexus immediately goes down. He's feeling pretty darn safe about that now. So the Nexus is immediately going to go down. Everything's going to be fine and dandy in the world, and we're going to see pretty much a standard game from here on out. I mean, that scouting probe died, so we can't even lay down a proxy, guys. I don't know how to cast a game without a proxy, apparently. And speaking of which, I'm terrified to cast Roach Gellian's games. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out now. I'm terrified to cast the Roach Gellian games because of what I saw during the previous tournament. A couple stalkers going to be coming into the middle of the map, and it looks like they are actually going to be pushing all the way out. And this one SCV scout actually going to get by very, very nicely. This is what I was talking about, taking a long and weird route to get around that watchtower. And the stalkers just going to be setting up a contain, really going to run up the ramp there, take a couple quick shots off at that bunker, and pretty much just fall back there. The second bunker, maybe a little unnecessary, but probably just to help him make him feel a little bit safer. Those stalkers are going to set up a contain there. They'll know when Kino does decide to move out. In the meantime, SCV going to get into the natural expansion, going to see the Nexus here, and no, okay, you know what? We're just going to be doing a standard game this time around. So both players going to probably be feeling very, very comfortable going into the mid-game. Kino especially because he just scouted at his opponent's Nexus, finished up quite a bit later than his command center first. Quite a bit later indeed. 4 additional gateways going to be going down here. Would not be surprised to see, well, actually, you know what? This actually is still really just kind of open to whatever he wants to do at this point. My first reaction was I would love to see a Twilight Council for some blink harass, but at that point, yeah, I mean, you need the robotics as well. I mean, really, as a Protoss player going into a solid mid-game, you have to have both the Twilight and the robotics. I think ExionPure just dropping these gateways first because he doesn't feel the need to tech up very, very quickly. He just wants to get a little bit of extra warping capability on the field, get some, just to be able to defend against any aggression that might be coming his way, I suppose. Kino, on the other hand, going to be doing, well, pretty much the same old here. Going to be breaking down the rocks to his third door, getting ready to take his third base fairly early on in this game. And if he drops it within the next minute or so, I'd call it somewhat early for a TVP matchup here. Rocks going to fall, Factory on the way, Stim Pack on the way, standard schmandered stuff right now out of both of these players. Factory going to be laying down a reactor, going to lay down a starport next to it, blooded all. You guys know how this stuff all works. There's actually, it looks like going to be a little bit of aggression coming out of ExionPure, and by a little bit, I mean quite a bit, as apparently he's just going to be going for 5, so, oh, I missed a couple of gates. Oh, hey guys, I missed a couple of gateways going down. There's actually 7 of them, which is extremely aggressive. And it looks like, oh, ExionPure going to be able to maybe catch some Marines off guard here. Oh, the force fields barely missing those Marines. That could have been a huge hit for ExionPure, who's going to be warping in some flanking units up here in these stalkers here. Might be able to pick off a couple of Marines fairly cheaply here. Going to, be able to run up this ramp. There's only one bunker here. That's going to be plenty of force fielding power to be able to break through that second bunker going up. If Pure wants to attack, now would actually be a beautiful time to do it. But unfortunately, I think he's going to wait for a little bit. And that bunker's going to get finished up, but oh, what's this? Pure says, it looks like Kino has done me the favor of breaking down his back door rocks. That's going to allow Pure to assault from an angle that is not advantageous to those bunkers. Pure going to be in a good position for this attack. Can he get what he needs done here? Oh no, he ran out of force fielding energy. This bunker pretty much has unlimited health. We can actually see it's even getting healed almost faster than it's being damaged there. And that was a huge mistake by ExionPure. First missing that large group of Marines in the middle of the map, and now running out of force field, so he can't force field off this bunker. He's going to need to fall back and warp additional sentries in, because he cannot continue pushing this without additional reinforcements there. Excuse me, units lost show a fairly even tab for both players. Technically, Kino is just a little bit ahead, pretty much by about a single unit kill. So both players at this point in time could probably fall back home and be alright. Pure maybe a little bit further behind because he did go for such powerful aggression, warping in so many Zealous here. He's just going to try to completely brute force this front side. And unloading the bunkers. Oh man, he's lucky that he didn't start salvaging those bunkers. This one bunker is sure to go down. A couple of more force fields going down on top of those bunkers, but it just looks like there might be too much stim bio here for ExionPure to handle without any AoE capabilities. And it looks like, he's being forced backwards and backwards. Zealots getting caught behind the stalkers here. So few Zealots remain even. This one bunker getting relatively low on health, but I don't think it's going to matter. The stimulants just going to be too much for ExionPure, and Pure going to have to fall back and get these Zealots into his army here. Now going to be turning around and once again trying to engage it, but again the stim bio, I think it's just almost too powerful here, especially with more stim bio coming out now. A nice fresh round of reinforcements. These medevacs are very, very low on energy. That bunker does fall. No more healing energies up in the medevac, so now it's just going to be kind of what each army can muster here. But again, so low on units, he really needs to warp again a lot of sentries. I don't agree with that decision at all, actually. He needs a lot more meat to his army. He is going to try to get some force fields down, but guess what? That just force fielded Kino's army into Pure's army. It's going to be kind of a close call here, but again, I think Kino just has a little bit too much here. The reinforcing pylon does go down. ExionPure backed into a corner. ExionPure has left the game, and Kino takes game number 3 in a very exciting fashion, just barely able to hold off his base. In fact, all of these units at the end of the game, all down in the orange and yellow and red health. A very close game. ExionPure, I feel, really kind of lost that game when he warped in all those sentries at the end, but even before that, he was in a very, very bad position. So Kino is going to advance to 1-0 after week number 1. ExionPure going to fall to 0-1 after week number 1. And I will be going on to the next series of games here, which I don't exactly know what it is. I could look it up, but this time I'm just going to go ahead and end it. And I hope you guys enjoy these. Once again, leave some feedback. Leave some love for both of these players for giving off quite a nice series here. And leave some feedback with prayers that we don't have to do another ZVZ next. Until next time, folks, this is Coffee Break. Not sponsoring. Let's try that one again. This is a Coffee Break signing out, and one last quick shout out to our sponsors: Quick Deck Computer Repair, 70M Gaming, and Condemned Custom Controllers. Stick around for more HESPA and MAeSL action.